Hello and welcome back to Russ Plays Games. Today, we are continuing to play through Chrono Trigger. Now, the interesting thing about where we are right now. So last time, we went down and we found Frog. And he was down in the southern woods here in 600 AD, and he had taken this little accessory here called the Hero Medal. As you can see, it ups the critical hit rate of the Masa Mune. We went into the Denadorino Mountains and we fought Masa and Mune, and we got the bent sword. And then we went down and talked to Frog, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you have part of the Masa Mune, but I can't wield it because it's broken and no one can fix it." So he moved away, and we got a little treasure chest where there was this bent hilt. And on the hilt was the name Melchior. And he said, well, nobody knows how to repair it. Well, since we're time travelers, let's go and find Melchior. Do you remember where he is, viewers? I sure do. Of course, I should, considering I've played this game about 1,000 times. So yeah, we have to go find Melchior to see if he can actually repair the Masa Mune for us. So, let us go into our time warp here in Truce Canyon, which will take us back to the end of time. Now, what's interesting is, I don't know if I've showed this off before, but if you're ever lost, if you're ever, wandering around, kind of, trying to figure out what's going on, talk to this guy. Come see me anytime. Think of me as your guide. A lot of times, if you're kind of stuck on where to go, you can talk to him, and he will tell you where to go and what to do. But because we kind of know where, Melchior is, we should probably just go straight to Melchior. Okay. So, back to Medina Village. Memories of Green. You're back again? Come to see my collection. The sword. It's the Masa Mune. How did you get it? Why would your name be engraved on the sword? Oh man, this is absolutely my favorite music track in the entire game. This is called Corridors of Time. Okay, and we will be hearing this much later in the game, but right now we're just going to listen to it for a second. Oh, I love this song. It's a long story. You do want to hear this story, right? Of course, tell us about the Masa Mune. Is it possible to reforge it? It might be possible, if we could get our hands on some Dreamstone, which the sword is made of. Dreamstone? Where can we get that? You can't find it anymore. It was a red stone that was once used as money. Unfortunately, it hasn't been available for a very long time. So think about it. Of all of the pillars of light that are available to us, what's the only one we haven't gone into yet, folks? Bonus points if you can name it in the comments below. Alright. So now, remember what I said about talking to the old man in front of the lamppost in the end of time. So if you're stuck on where to go, you can always talk to this guy. Now remember, there's only one thing. He said it was a very long time ago. Dreamstone? I've heard of it, of course. It's a prehistoric mineral. You might find it way back in the prehistoric era. Well, what's the only place we can go that's prehistory? Mystic Mountain, 65 million BC. Let's go, folks. Oh, this is absolutely hilarious. They're all green and scaly. What are those? Uh-oh. And one thing you're going to notice about this time period is lightning is your friend. Lightning will absolutely be your friend in this. As you can see, these Reptites, which is a new enemy, they have a very, very high physical defense. Excuse me. But their magical defense is very low. So you can do more damage with them with magic. Okay, now we just got something called a pedal. I will explain what that does here in a minute. We're outnumbered. What should we do, Chrono? Goodness, she is tough. Who is that woman? Uh-oh, they're coming our way. So we still have to fight. Actually, here, let me see here. I'm going to do some napalm. There we go. And I'll spin cut those guys, and we'll ice that guy. As you can see, they still have a very high physical defense. And like I said, thunder will be your friend here. Lightning will be your friend. And we'll explain that in a minute. Good, that missed. Sick and tired of Chrono falling asleep. Alright. So we got a pedal. Chrono and Luca leveled up. We need those. What do you want? Back! Chrono! You're strong. What name? Chrono, huh? Good name. Me. This is Isla. Me, Isla. Isla likes strong people, so Isla like Chrono. Get away from her, Chrono. I think she likes you, Chrono. You strong too. Isla respects strong people, men and women. Oh, brother. Where have they been keeping her? Chrono, where from? How can we explain? We're from way after the day after tomorrow. So imagine trying to explain that you're from the future to, like, a kid. Yeah, like if you were to go back in time and, like, talk to some person and they were like, what's time travel? Like how would you explain time travel to them? And Luca's explanation here is, we're from way after the day after tomorrow. Haha, you funny. I like funny people. It's no use. Come to village, we talk and eat. Dance, eat, fun. We'd love to go, but we got to look for the Dreamstone now. Stone? Plenty stones. Here, there, at village. You take plenty. Chrono, come. Ioka village this way. Okay. So, this is kind of the initial screen. If you walk back up this path right here, that will take you back up to the top of the cliff where you can jump off, and then you'll just use the gate key automatically, and then you'll drop into the thing. So that's a new, well, I guess we've already gotten one of those. So what that is, the Berserker, we already have it. It's an auto attack, and your hit and defense go up. So basically, it allows you to hit better. So it ups the amount of damage that you do. It also ups the amount of defense you have, but you can't use any attacks. Your characters will only attack. So if you've played a Final Fantasy game and you know the Berserk spell, which kind of makes your characters angry and then they just attack, attack, attack. That's all this is. So if you like that, you can do that. I gotta fight these guys. Alright, well, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna cyclone these guys. Oh, what I would not give for an area of effect. Spell for Chrono. But unfortunately, it takes a long time before that will be ready. So these are new enemies, runners and Keelwallas. The Keelwallas, they're the little white creatures at the bottom of the screen there. They have, they're basically like just normal monsters. And the Keelwallas, their magical defense and their physical defense is about the same. So no matter what, you're going to be able to deal damage to them. But the dinosaurs are very tough. So as let me kind of explain this a little bit here. We've been getting these items, Petal and Horn. You can trade them in, and then there's also a special reason why they're there. So once we get down to the village here, so kind of to explain this this little world here, this is 65 million BC. This is going to look way different than the rest of the Chrono Trigger worlds, because this is something that's a very primitive world. So you can see that we have this Mystic Mountains, which, what's interesting is that when you go to, say, Medina Village, and later on we'll get an item that will allow us to move through time, independent of the Pillars of Light. And so what'll happen is that if we go to a certain place in time, and then we go back in time, we're going to see that that place that we could get through in the pillars is going to be pretty much the same location that we're at. So like, for instance, Lean Square, where we're at in Lean Square, when we travel backwards in time to 600 AD, from 1000 AD, we're in the Truce Canyon, but when we go forward in time to 1000 AD, that mountain has moved back a little bit, and where the Truce Canyon used to be is now where the Millennial Fair is, the fairgrounds. So like, if we were to travel through time in the Mystic Mountains, this is actually that Medina Village, which is where Melchior lives and stuff like that. So what you're going to find is that the world actually changes, and this is one of the awesome things about the design of this game, is that the world changes to reflect geological processes, physical changes that would happen normally in the world, and different things like that. It is a beautiful design. Now down here we have a forest maze, and then down below us there's a little cave. We'll be going here a little bit later, so I'm not going to show that off right now. So this is the village of Ioka. Okay, you one of Reptites? I beat you up. Reptites have scales, cold blood, hard to beat. Drink sweet water? Grow strong when drink, yes. So basically this is kind of like a spring, kind of like that little bucket in the End of Time, where it will recover your hit points and magic points for free. There's also an inn. You wear odd skins. You want to see pretty red stone? Chief has. Now, the funny thing is, if you come here earlier in the game, so like, the first time that you come back, if you come here, he's going to say, you want to see pretty stone, Chief, or you want to see pretty red rock, Chief has. And you're gonna go, what red rock? I don't want to see a red rock. That's because you have to do the events first and find out about the Masa Mune, and that you have to get the Dreamstone. Chief's Hut, north of village. Okay. So, yeah, so they have like these little, it's kind of cool. They have like these little ramshackle kind of like lookout towers. Now, over here, there's like this big old pit of lava. We're going to go there later. We will not be able to go there right now. So, let me see here. You strange. Have good stuff? Chief, no okay, no can trade. Thunderstun all dinosaur, you know? That's why I said thunder or lightning magic is going to be your best friend in this entire game. Find petal, fang, horn, and feather in hunting range. When rain, rare monster appear. Now, I will explain that in a little bit, once we actually go down into the forest maze. This trading house, many things for trade. Trade your shiny stone? He means trade your gold. Okay, now, you'll notice something about this time. No one's using magic. Okay, she was fighting, she was using her bare fists, her feet. So, they do not have ethers here. All they have are tonics, mid-tonics, and heals. So, you're going to find that, you're going to find that it's going to be more difficult. Okay? So, up here, we have the meeting site. Okay, this guy says, not ready yet. Wait. Okay, so you can't get in there. I think even if you come through the top end, I don't think you can get in. Yeah, not ready yet. Wait. Okay. If we go up here, there's a reason why I'm avoiding the last hut, because it's a thing. This is the dactyl nest. Okay. Now, for those of you that have never played, this will become important later in the story. A couple things have to happen first before we can go into Dactyl Nest. You can still go in there. It's just if you get to the peak of the mountain, nothing happens. Okay. And then over here, it looks like you should be able to go in to a space over here. Something will happen later that will open this area up. It hasn't happened yet, but it will. So, now that we know that, we're going to come here to the Chief's Hut. Good, Chrono, come. Night soon and ready for party. Come, Chrono. Listen all. New friends here. Strong man, Chrono. Friends of Chrono, Maro, Luca. Unga! Now we dance. Oh, does that sound familiar? Chrono, eat, sing, dance. Okay, so before we talk to everybody, let's come over here and we'll talk to Luca. They're twisting my arm. Come on, Chrono, let's party. So you can actually, come on, Chrono, let's party. See, good music. We passed down to many generations. Unga, bunga, munga, meeple, dance with wind people. Unga, bunga, unga, bunga, munga, meeple, dance with mountain people. Unga, bunga, munga, might, sing and dance all night. This is fantastic. I want to dance too. I don't know that I can yet. Sure. Press L, R, X, Y, B to dance. Press A to stop. So if you want to dance, you can just dance. And then when you're done, you can just be done. This is Kino. You outsiders, but Isla give party. Why? He doesn't understand why she's so excited about us. Chrono, you try? Special Jurassic pork soup. Good stuff. Isla fight reptiles. Their leader, Azla. Very smart. All in Ioka village fight. No fight, go to Laruba village. Don't know where village is. Always hide. Azla wanted to destroy Ioka and Laruba. But Isla no lose. Only when Isla dead, give up. Enough. Meet Chrono today. Good day. Eat, party, sing, and dance. You look for red rock? Rare red rock, sign of power. Isla strongest in Ioka village, so Isla's rock. You challenge Isla. You win, then Isla give it to you. Challenge Isla? Not at the moment. Chrono scared, Chrono strong. Isla strong. We battle. Oh, this is a but thou must. Okay. Bring plenty soup. Party now, so eat. Chrono, Isla have soup race. So remember when we were at the Millennial Fair, and I think it was like episode 2, they had the soda competition where you had to guzzle, like, I think it was like 8 sodas, 6 to 8 sodas in a certain amount of time. Okay? And if you completed it, then you got a certain number of silver points. This is kind of the same thing. So, what I like to do is put the controller on your lap, okay? Take your index finger, put your middle finger over the top of your index finger, almost like you're going to hold your index finger like a pencil between your middle finger and your thumb, okay? That allows me to get a good thumping motion that I can use with my forearm, okay? Because I kind of tense up my elbow muscles, okay, so that I can, and then I just kind of, if you can hear it, that's what I do, okay? And so I'm basically moving from my elbow all the way to my finger, okay? So that it's my whole forearm that's going up and down. If you try to do it with your wrist will get super tired. It's better if you can tense up your entire arm. That's how I win this competition. It is hard to win this competition. If you just are pushing normally, just mashing it, you can. But she's very fast in this race. So if you are not sure what to do, this is how you win. So you'll probably hear this on the controller, because I'm gonna stop because I need to concentrate on this. Burp. Enough, Chrono. You win, I give you rock. Okay, so now you can hear how fast I was actually pushing that thing. And you can usually tell if you're going well, because if you're doing it well, you will come down, and then within about 2 to 3 button presses of you going back up, she will come down for the first one, and that's how you know that you're winning the competition. If she comes down first, you're going to lose. There's no way you can recover from that. Chrono, eat plenty. Eat last bowl for health. Okay, eat. Maybe eat too much. Now, actually, what this is supposed to be, this is not soup. This is actually, and this is, she goes, whew, what, liar? I was a perfect lady last night, but why does my tummy hurt so? Because this is actually, if you go back and play the Japanese version, this is not soup. It's an alcoholic beverage, okay, called poi. Poi is like an alcoholic beverage that they would consume, and so that's one of the reasons why she says, why does my tummy hurt so? Morning, Chrono. Wasn't that fun last night? Hey, who made these footprints? It's gone! The gate key's been taken! These prints were left by the thief. Without it, we're stuck here forever. This isn't funny. Let's go see Isla. Now, if you go up before you talk to Isla again for the second time, I forgot to do this. If you go and talk to Luca, then she goes, here, try this stuff. It's delicious. And, you know, she's like, are you man or mouse? You know, do it in one gulp. And so, you know, you do that. And so it's kind of like showing you kind of a preview of what your competition is going to be. If you go if you have Robo in your party, no matter who else you have, but if you have Robo in your party when you come here, when he wakes up in the morning, he's like, that stuff only affects humans, and so yeah, it's kind of funny. Huh? Chrono, you up already? Yawn. Too much soup, sleep like stone. Burp. Sorry to wake you, but we've been robbed. What? Must be reptites. Chrono, come with Isla. We settle with reptites. Who else come? Well, because of the nature of the playthrough that I'm using, I'm going to be bringing Luca with me, because Luca has the spells that I will be using for the rest of the game. I'm basically going to be using 3 characters throughout most of the game once I have them. You will not be seeing me use Robo that much. There's only one area late in the game, way late in the game, that I will be using Robo. Marl is pretty much the only other one that we will do. So, someone from Village C, we go ask. Chrono, come. Okay, so remember when she said, Laruba Village, people go hide, so it looks like you can actually come in through here. This is kind of the direction that Laruba Village is in. We will not be going to Laruba Village in this episode. In fact, it'll be a while before we do that. So, here we go. Fang, Petal, Horn, Feather. Bring 3 each of any 2 items. I give you 1 weapon or 1 item. What will you give me? You have nothing, so no trade. Okay. So then, if you come up to this guy, want to know items? Yes. Okay, so if you have 3 Petal, 3 Fang, you get the Ruby Gun. You 3 Petal, 3 Horn, you get the Sage Bow. You get 3 Petal, 3 Feather, the Stone Arm. 3 Fang, 3 Horn, you get the Flint Edge. 3 Fang, 3 Feather, the Ruby Vest. 3 Horn, 3 Feather, Rock Helm. Okay? So, Ruby Vest strong against fire, not too hot when wear. So, yeah, so we're going to be getting a whole bunch of those as we go through here. So if we come down to this hut, me saw reptites, came from meeting site, went south to forest maze. Okay, so that's kind of where you're supposed to talk. And then it says, forest maze, scary place, many monsters, and paths to get lost on. Chief, be careful. Where Kino? Gone all morning. No Kino, and he was kind of miffed at us last night. Reptite strong. Chief, take this. You got a tonic. They leave footprint when run. Follow print, find lair. Reptites have scales, cold blood, hard to beat. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that, just for the heck of it. Okay. So, I think... Let me see here. I'm going to go to the forest maze real quick. Kino, what you do? Say now. Isla, Kino take Chrono stuff. Why take? Kino like Isla best. Isla like Chrono, but Kino no. But Kino not like. Wow, talk about strict. Kino, you know what I punish. Isla no like Kino. No, Isla like Kino best. No more do bad stuff, okay? That wrong. Isla. Sorry, Isla. Sorry, Chrono. Give back stuff to Chrono. No have. Reptites take. Reptites, where they go? Run into trees, there. Isla go too. Kino go back village. Kino protect village when Isla not there. Okay, Isla. Kino is man, so if Isla die, Kino chief then. Isla's one tough cookie. Chase reptites, get back Chrono stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a mid tonic. This place is not really that big of a maze, so I will kind of demonstrate what these are. These are gold eaglets, and so if you attack, she doesn't actually have anything right now. But if you attack with if you attack enough times, they change from gold eaglets to red eaglets. And then once you damage them enough, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. That doesn't work. Okay. So we'll just attack. Whoops. Didn't mean to attack that one. I wanted to attack that one. That's kind of his counter attack for the gold eaglet, for the red eaglet. It's there we go. Keep forgetting she doesn't have any text yet. But yeah, that's kind of how that works. Okay. So now, every once in a while, I'm just gonna stand here for a second and show what happens when you're in here and you just kind of wait for a few minutes. It will rain. Come on, you can rain now anytime. Yeah, maybe I have to have all three. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and call this. I think we're going to go ahead and call this an episode. So this has been Russ for Russ Plays Games with Chrono. Can we make it through the forest maze and get to the Reptites lair and beat up the Reptites to get back our key so that we can get back to our own time? Find out next time on Russ Plays Games, where we're playing through Chrono Trigger. So, have a wonderful day.